As introduced in season 11, Matt and Amani Jlassi had been married for over 10 years and shared 2 daughters. Amani, who identifies as bisexual, and Matt eventually opened their marriage to include Amani Jlassi, a single mother and exotic dancer based in Tijuana whom they met during a vacation in Mexico. This formed the franchise's first-ever throuple, a 3-person romantic relationship, where they intended to pursue a legal path that involved Amani and Matt divorcing, allowing one of them to marry Amani and thereby facilitate Amani's entry into the US on a K-1 Fiancé visa. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I hope you are well. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. During the Mexico trip, tensions escalated dramatically. Amani discovered that Matt and Amani had been intimate without telling her, and Amani still hadn't informed her family about their throuple relationship. This deeply hurt Amani, who felt like a third wheel, and expressed how critical communication and consideration were to her. They attempted to establish boundaries, rules, and mutual respect. Still, Amani's feelings of exclusion compounded when Amani revealed she downplayed Amani's role to her own family, calling Amani a friend instead of a partner. In a candid interview, the trio shared that they were still together despite unresolved issues, a sign they were committed to working through fluctuations in their dynamic. Divorce paperwork filed. Amani and Matt confirmed legal divorce proceedings had commenced, although they hadn't yet informed their children, ages approximately 4 and 7. Children unaffected. They emphasized that in their everyday lives, nothing had changed, family unity remained intact. Intimacy dynamics. Amani and Matt had been intimate, but Amani and Amani had not yet had solo intimate time, something they were working toward. Visa strategy. They were planning a marriage visa, not a fiancé visa, to allow Amani to process from Mexico and considered a wedding in Guadalajara. Amani joked about being wedding planner, and even suggested all 3 would share vows. Financial independence. Amani clarified that Amani had received no financial support post-tell-all. Amani remained self-reliant with 3 children to care for. Reality T confirmed that all couples featured in season 11, including the throuple, are still together. For Amani, Matt, and Amani, despite the episode's emotional ups and downs, they had rekindled their connection and remained committed, even as lingering doubts surfaced during the tell-all over Matt and Amani spending time without Amani. In interviews, Amani made clear that the throuple structure was distinctly different from polygamous sister-wives style arrangements. All 3 individuals were romantically connected with each other, not just one person centralizing the relationship. The arrangement functioned more fluidly and collectively. Amani noted that sharing their journey publicly was about normalizing non-traditional relationships. Yet the narrative invited online backlash, and even false reports, like people claiming they had alerted authorities. Amani dismissed these as overreactions to a TV show, asserting it's a show. The trio's journey has involved navigating jealousy, particularly Amani's discomfort around exclusion and lack of transparency. Vulnerability, revealing a non-traditional love structure to public scrutiny. Reconciliation, choosing to stay committed amid emotional upheaval. Divorce filed between Matt and Amani, primarily a step toward helping Amani immigrate via visa. Children not yet informed. K-1 visa plan. They plan to marry Matt or Amani to Amani, using a marriage visa. Wedding planning. Possible Guadalajara venue, shared vows and atypical ceremony involvement. Amani as planner, all 3 participating. Geographical separation. Amani remains in Tijuana while Amani and Matt are in San Diego. This distance adds to complexity. Daily dynamics. While legal statuses may shift, they emphasize that family life, co-parenting, and daily rhythms remain largely consistent. Below is a fleshed-out script converting the above analysis into fully English prose, appropriately detailed. It's a cohesive piece you can use for narration, presentation, or documentation. It all began with a married couple, Matt and Amani Jlassi, together for over 10 years with 2 young daughters. Amani identifies as bisexual, and during a trip to Mexico the couple met Amani Jlassi, an exotic dancer and single mother from Tijuana. What followed was not a calculated plan, but a genuine, instinctive connection. Their dynamic evolved into America's first on-screen throuple on 90 Day Fiancé, distinct from polygamous shows like Sister Wives because each member held a romantic connection to the others, not just one person at the heart of it. It was modern, communicative and vulnerable, Amani. It was never a plan. The rest is history. Scenes from the show highlighted their intention to address U.S. immigration constraints. Amani and Matt would legally divorce, enabling one of them to marry Annie and sponsor her through a K-1 fiancé visa. They aimed to make their relationship a lasting, recognized bond while raising their children with transparency and strength. During the Mexico episodes, the trio's relational tension came to a head. In a hot tub, Amani learned Matt and Annie had been intimate, without telling her. In the same moment, a shocking confession. Annie revealed she hadn't fully disclosed their true relationship to her own family. To them, she presented Amani merely as a friend. For Amani, who has lived a life where she had to hide, this was a painful blow. She felt unseen, excluded like a third wheel. She demanded, "I just want to be treated with consideration." This moment underscored a crucial lesson, that communication, not passion, is the foundation. The episode served as a turning point, reminding audiences that polydynamics require radical transparency and mutual respect to withstand emotional strain. Post-airing, the tell-all revealed a relationship still in flux. Amani, Matt, and Annie remained together, but not free of doubt or difficulty. At one point, Amani felt sidelined when Matt and Annie spent time alone, and she voiced her insecurities publicly. In interviews, they acknowledged the unevenness. Still, they persisted. In a July 2025 exclusive with Swoon, the trio shared key updates. The divorce paperwork between Matt and Amani had been filed, though their children remained blissfully unaware. Annie remained in Tijuana while Matt and Amani lived in San Diego, an arrangement that strained intimacy and unity. They planned a marriage visa process, aiming to marry Annie via K-1, but not as fiancés, hoping to facilitate her move legally. Wedding planning was already underway, with Amani taking the role of planner. Venues in Guadalajara were under consideration. Interestingly, Amani envisioned a ceremony where all three might exchange vows. On financial dynamics, Amani clarified no post-tell-all monetary support had been given to Annie. Annie was independent and unwilling to be seen otherwise. Their finances were based on mutual care, not dependency. By June 2025, Reality Tea reported that against expectations, the throuple remained united. Among all Season 11 relationships, only one season so far where all couples are still together. Though challenges remain, the Jlassi family endures, standing as a living testament to evolving notions of love and family. Their resilience hints at a core belief. Legal definitions may shift, but emotional bonds, when nurtured with honesty, can persist. Emotional layer. Navigating a throuple means managing jealousy, fear of exclusion, and societal judgment. Amani's experiences with hiding parts of herself intensified her demand for respect. Annie's fear of rejection by her Catholic family complicated authenticity. Matt found himself mediating two seasoned, emotionally attuned partners. Divorce is more administrative than symbolic. But still, the kids are shielded for now. Visa timeline uncertainties loom. K-1 fiancé visas can take several months. Whether it's Matt or Amani who marries Annie, the paperwork will require close cooperation. The idea of three-way vows pushes cultural boundaries. It's symbolic, inclusive, and provocative. Societal layer. Amani's social media reportedly drew backlash. She mentioned extreme reactions like individuals reporting them to CPS or Homeland Security, highlighting how outside audiences struggle to contextualize non-normative lifestyles. Her response: "It's a show." She saw the media attention as reflection of broader discomfort with alternative family structures. Visa process. If marriage paperwork aligns and immigration hurdles cleared, Annie may soon join them permanently in the U.S. Wedding. A future ceremony in Guadalajara could be a public affirmation of their bond, possibly groundbreaking if all three participate in marital vows. Family adaptation. Their daughters may soon learn of the divorce, an emotional conversation coming down the line. Relationship evolution. Whether intimacy balance improves, mutual trust grows, and emotional equity stabilizes remains to be seen. Media presence. Their willingness to normalize their throuple could lead to further visibility or even return to TLC or spin-offs. Amani, Matt, and Annie's journey is more than reality TV drama. It's a living experiment in modern intimacy and familial structure. Their path reveals that love isn't linear, marriage isn't one size fits all, and that families can be chosen, constructed, and reimagined. Their challenges, legal, emotional, cultural, are also the crucible from which new forms of belonging emerge. In watching them, we're not just observing a TV storyline, we're witnessing the evolution of relationship narratives in real time. To succinctly wrap up, Season 11 introduced the first throuple, Amani, Matt, and Annie, with dramatic emotional revelations in Mexico. Post-season, divorce was legally initiated, but the family structure remained intact. Annie remains in Mexico but is planning to immigrate. Despite ongoing hurdles, they remain together and committed, visibly defying conventions and advocating for honest communication. Their journey continues to unfold, legally, emotionally, and publicly, as an unprecedented case in modern reality television.